Hi, I'm Ghina Absi. I'm an assistant professor in the Civil and Engineering department here at Vanderbilt. The School of Engineering is a part of Kern, which is the Kern Entrepreneurial Engineering Network. It's a group of peer institutions that are all like-minded, wanting to infuse entrepreneurial mindset learning in engineering education. As you know, civil engineers have a huge impact on infrastructure and the communities they serve. And typically, our goal as civil engineers is to help our community advance. And the project that I wanted to highlight in our statics class is about the Highway Act of 1956. So President Eisenhower in 1956 wanted to follow the lead of the big European cities, specifically the Autobahn in Germany, and connect the huge cities in the US with a network of highways. And unfortunately, in many big states across the country, there was a deliberate effort to run those highways through thriving, underrepresented minoritized communities, mostly Black communities, and that ended up decimating their land values, cut off their communities, cut off their neighborhoods. So it created a lot of disparities in those communities. There's a huge effort right now in the US to cap those interstate and reconnect those communities, and this is where this project in statics comes in. The students have to design trusses as part of their curricula. So what we did is we just took them in the lab, we taught them how to manufacture, how to weld, how to build a truss. They designed the truss for the community, taking the community values along with them, and they were able to test those trusses in the lab, knowing that they're designing for the community. I was thinking about how can we have a bigger impact on engineering and on ethical engineering, and I thought that we want to capture these students very early. We want to capture them in middle school and high school. We want to teach them what civil engineering is. So along with two undergrad students that worked with me, we were able to develop lesson plans and transform the steel project into a more equitable and easier to fund balsa project where students can build their bridges and they have more liberty in doing whatever bridge that they think the community will enjoy. They're not set with the steel parts that they have to cut. It's easier for them to be a lot more creative. And this defines the three pillars of entrepreneurial mindset that Kern talks about, which is the curiosity, the creating value, and the connections. And all three of those are even better captured with the balsa wood project because they do have less limits on what they want to do and what they can do with their bridges. In the 40s and the 50s, Jefferson Street was a very wealthy Black community, thriving, a lot of business owners happening over there, a full business district in that area. And when I-40 was being built, it went right through Jefferson Street and disconnected that community. But the Civic Design Center in Nashville had a project a few years back to cap that interstate like they're doing in most of the big cities, and this was the inspiration after a project that Troxel here in our department did with her senior design team to cap the interstate around Jefferson Street, and we used that information, kind of that inspiration to develop our project. I'm very appreciative of Kern in general and the network of universities that allowed us this opportunity to develop this project during one of their workshops and gave us the fellowship in order to have more impact on the community and not just on the Vanderbilt students. Obviously, the FinFrox and their generous donation to the department has been tremendous. And obviously the Civil Engineering Department also for their support. They always champion these new ideas and love the fact that we go to the lab with our students and have them have that experience. So thank you.